So, as you know, maybe you know, I don't know. I've been experimenting with different backgrounds for my videos, and today, because I am filming in the morning instead of in the afternoon, I'm in my bed! Yay! It's great. I would highly recommend filming videos from bed. I'm under the covers and everything. Very cozy. So, Rachel, you asked me the question last week, what is one impossible thing I have thought of, a la Alice in Wonderland? And my answer for you is having a pet giraffe. It's not strictly impossible. I still think it's probably going to happen, but logically, I don't know. It's the best answer I could come up with. So one time I dreamed that I lived in this like really tall house. It was kind of like a barn, and that my living space was all like in this loft area, and then in the middle of the barn, like there was this big hole in the loft area so the giraffe's head could poke up and like walk around and stuff and hang out with me. And it was awesome. And I also dreamed that I had an iPhone, and I got an iPhone. So the giraffe might not be impossible. I haven't decided what I'm going to name it yet, though. So that's my answer to your question. Having a pet giraffe. Something I want to talk about in my video today is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. The phrase Carpe Diem. It's funny how sometimes, you know how like when you first hear a word and then it starts to like, you start to hear it all the time in conversation. So I've heard of Carpe Diem plenty of times before, but just recently it's something that's been coming up a lot. Last Monday was like senior ditch day at school, and I don't know whether I would have done it or not because I was actually sick, so I just stayed home sick. But my English teacher showed us this clip from the Dead Poet Society where he's talking about like carpe diem and seizing the day, making the most of your youth. And then like the next day in seminary, President Brazier visited and he talked to us about Carpe Diem, and he talked about the same clip from Dead Poets Society, so that was funny. And it's just something I've been thinking about anyways, I guess because I'm a senior, so it's my last year like at home with my family, being in high school. Everything that has like been the same for like my entire life is going to be different, so I'm like, oh, I have to make the most of my time. But then other times I'm like so over it, I'm like, I'm just done. Like, what am I still doing here? And so I'm working really hard on like making the most of my time and seizing the day. And yeah, so seize the day. Someone I look to as a big inspiration for seizing the day is Phineas and Ferb. They are my seize the day heroes. And so yes, if you have any tips on how to grab hold of awesome things in life and seize the day, let me know. I would encourage you to do the same. And I also have not thought of a question for you. Give me a second, I'm gonna look around the room. Okay, Rachel, what is your favorite book?